Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So obviously with COVID and lockdowns and tier systems going on, we're a little bit restricted of what we can do during Christmas season. So I thought I'd make a list of ideas that are COVID friendly for you to do on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I probably should have filmed this video before because there's quite a few of these activities that you don't have to do on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. You could literally do them throughout the whole of December, but I thought I would just film this video anyway, just in case a few of you are after ideas of things that you can do in the house without having to worry about Corona. So okay, we have a total of 15, so let's get started. Number one is Christmas quizzes. You cannot go wrong with a good old Christmas quiz, or like a Christmas song quiz, or just anything Christmassy, because it's just Christmas, isn't it? But Christmas quizzes are like one of my favourite things to take part in at Christmas. Obviously I'm normally with my family, so we do them in like teams with our family, so you can get the most points and you can like play for prizes. But obviously you can't really do that with like family, or there's only certain bubbles you can do it with now, but Christmas quizzes are still a staple on Christmas Day. Next is baking cookies. If you're bored and you are quite creative, you can bake some gingerbread cookies or some chocolate chips, anything just Christmassy that you can snack on throughout the Christmas period. I feel like everyone gets a little bit bored on Christmas Eve, especially if you don't go to any ceremonies, and I feel like this year it's going to be quite boring, but I feel like baking might be your like fix for that, if I'm honest. Number 3 is really similar to number 1, but board games. Honestly, board games is just a lifesaver as well, because you can play together as a family. You don't have to worry too much about like COVID and stuff like that, and it's really good if you have a competitive family. I mean, if your family's that competitive, you might have a few arguments, because I think I've definitely been the cause of quite a few. But board games are just a staple. Next one is, if you're like a couple, you can make some Christmas cocktails. I don't know any names for some Christmas cocktails, but you can make your own with like some rum and gin and just fruit juices, or even just like a little Baileys. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously I am not old enough to drink, but if you guys are, then it's worth a try. And even if you aren't old enough to make cocktails or drink, you can make Christmas mocktails, which could also be for children or teenagers who want to get creative with some Christmas drinks. Honestly, you can't go wrong with a little cheeky cocktail. Number 6 is a Christmas treasure hunt. I think this is such a good idea for Christmas Day, maybe like the final present that you might do later on in the day after Christmas dinner. You can make people look for them, like you get little hints and clues, and then they have to like go around the house and find the present. I literally think this is perfect if you're like in a couple. I mean, imagine if you were proposing to someone on Christmas Day and you like did a little treasure hunt, and the present at the end was like the ring. Like, I'm sorry, but how goddamn cute is that? I wouldn't mind to be proposed to on Christmas Day like that, so I'm pretty sure there's quite a few girls out there who would love that. But yeah, honestly, call me a matchmaker. Number 7 actually does depend on your tier you're in, but you can go ice skating. There's quite a few ice skating places open in tier 2 and tier 1 areas. I'm not sure about tier 3, so my apologies about that. But if you wear a mask and you stay just to your family in your household, ice skating can be a really fun way to get out the house, enjoy it. I know it is quite a like Christmas Eve tradition for many families to go ice skating, but if you just stick to the COVID rules, you can go ice skating in some areas that are chosen to open. But ice skating is just so fun, especially for like the little ones as well, or just like teenagers, or just anyone. Ice skating is just perfect and Christmassy. Number 8 is gingerbread house making. If you're really creative, you can bake your own gingerbread and then piece that together into a beautiful house. But if not, you can just get packs from like Asda and Tesco's and probably the Co-op or something, and they're not too expensive. There are some really expensive ones out there that are like massive, but if you're just after a small one that you want to like do with your loved ones or your family. They are like not expensive at all. I think they probably are about £4 or £5. I'm gonna actually look for one myself because I really want to build a gingerbread house, because I used to do them with like my friend, but obviously we can't see each other anymore, so I want to like still do one but just do it by myself. Next one is, honestly, I want to try this so bad. Like if I could see my boyfriend, I would do this one so much, but a home cinema / like a Christmas film marathon. You know, like all of the projectors and the cozy areas that like was all over TikTok and all over Pinterest. Imagine doing one of those, but you have the Christmas tree up, fairy lights, in Christmas PJs, watching Christmas films, because honestly that is what I dream of. Like that is what I want my Christmas Eve to be. And honestly, if I could see my boyfriend over Christmas properly, I would 100% set this up and like surprise him with a little cute like indoor Christmas film date, because I just think it is adorable. If you do live with your loved one, like a fiance or just a boyfriend, husband, wife, I literally think that this is probably the best idea you can do over Christmas, because it is so cute, but it's just minimalistic and just, you don't really require much to buy or do. So 100%, that is a good one. Number 10 is very similar to the last one, but a Christmas movie list. Me and my mum do this every year. We basically write a massive list of all the Christmas films we want to watch, and slowly over December and like into the new year, we go like and just go down the list and watch them all. We've ticked off so far the Nativities, Christmas with the Cranks, and I watched the cartoon Grinch by myself, and my mum then also watched it, so we've ticked that one off. But obviously we've left the main Christmassy ones like Elf, the Polar Express, Home Alone till like nearer Christmas, because we think that's going to be so Christmassy. But 100%, if you haven't already, make a Christmas movie list and go through it, because it's just easy if you don't know what else you want to do, or you want to watch a Christmas film but you don't know which one to watch. If you've already got a list, you can just go, yep, let's watch that one, stick it on in the background, or get cozy with a hot chocolate. Honestly, it is so cute. Next up is baking a Christmas cake. Every single year we get a cake from my nan. She either does Christmas pudding, which goes to my other family members, or I don't really like Christmas pudding, so she makes us a chocolate log, and it is so nice. She's literally the queen of baking. But if you're really good at baking yourself, you can make a beautiful Christmas cake. It doesn't have to be a fruit cake. It can just be like a chocolate cake with loads of Christmassy decorations. But if you are like into just being creative and baking, then 100% would recommend this. I have done Christmas cakes before, but I am not like that good at baking. I just mostly do it because it's fun, and you get to eat it afterwards. But 100%, if you're very creative and fancy baking, doing a Christmas cake is gonna be good this year. Next is something that I really wish I can't wait to have a family to do this, but doing little Christmas Eve hampers. So you put together like a little box of things in there that you get given on Christmas Eve. So you can do it for your children or your loved one or your mum or your dad. So it could have like a pair of pajamas in, some slippers, little like face masks and Pampers, a Christmas film, hot chocolate set, stuff like that that you're gonna do that Christmas Eve. Honestly, I think this is such a sweet idea to do around Christmas, especially if you're struggling for ideas for Christmas Eve, or you're a family and you want to all have like matching Christmas PJs, because that is honestly my goal when I have a family. But I just think this is such a sweet idea, and it makes people quite excited and get more into the Christmas spirit. 'Cause sometimes I think Christmas Eve can be quite neglected. You either like get really excited on Christmas Eve, or you kind of just like, oh, like what do I do now? It's Christmas tomorrow. So I think this is a really good way of celebrating Christmas, but a day early. Next is obviously probably one of the most important ones that we need to consider this year, and it's doing a care package for charity. Obviously you do need to remember, because we are in a pandemic, you're gonna have to look at what charities accept what items, but it does not cost a lot just to put a few items of like, let's say sanitary products and like shampoos and conditioners for like mums that are struggling through Christmas, or a homeless person package where you can put food vouchers in there, and blankets and sleeping bags, and just to make sure that they keep warm. I feel like at Christmas people struggle the most financially, and the fact that it's just cold outside, and so I think doing a little homeless cat package, or even like a food bank package that you can give to your local food bank that then can go to a family who are struggling this year. I just think this is a perfect way to celebrate Christmas and the true meaning of Christmas in a positive way. Number 14 is probably only relevant if you have children or younger siblings, but you can use this app. I think it's called NORAD. I will put a picture of it on screen, but you can track Santa. So on Christmas Eve, I think it starts roughly around 12 at Christmas Eve, you can track like where Santa's going to deliver the presents. Obviously he starts in like New Zealand and then works his way across America. So if you have a younger sibling who still believes in Santa, sorry if you're watching, I'm pretty sure you all know Santa doesn't exist. But, oh my god, why do I feel like I've just spoiled Christmas by saying that? I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, like, if you have younger siblings, it is definitely one to do. My mum used to do this to me, and we kind of like still get it up because we find it still really like interesting to know, even though we know that Santa Claus doesn't exist. But yeah, like, I just think it's a fun one, especially if you have younger siblings. And then finally, my last idea, I really wish that I knew how to drive, because I want to do this so badly, but going on a late night drive or watching the sunset when it's crisp, cold, and there's just everyone's got their Christmas lights on. Like, imagine driving down the street where it's like a bit cold and it's snowing and all the Christmas lights are on, and you can go to a beach and get the boot open and you can sit in the boot with your blankets. Like, it is so aesthetic, and I really want a car. Like, I want to be able to do this with my boyfriend so badly, because I just think it'll be so cute, just going for a little late night drive. Honestly, if you're with your like loved one this year, like your boyfriend, partner, anything, I'm so jealous. But yeah, that is all of my little ideas of what you can do on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and just throughout the Christmassy period. Sorry that it's been a quite random one. This was a very last minute decision, but I really hope that I have inspired you guys to do something else this year at home, so you're all safe. But yeah, make sure you have a really safe Christmas this year. And obviously I have my Vlogmases still going up every Monday, so make sure you check out those. However, this will be my last Friday video, because otherwise it'll be Christmas I'll be uploading. But I will see you in the new year and just after Christmas, and I'm gonna have so much good footage coming soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye.